Hey everybody, I'm going to go ahead and show you all how to create a base fade in oil pastels. So before we even get started, I just want to share with you a couple things. So first things first, I have another piece of paper underneath my paper I'm working on. I also have prepared my oil pastels by attaching masking tape. You can use Scotch tape from bottom to top at an angle so that it holds my wrapper and my oil pastel together a little bit better. These are a really soft medium. If you've worked with them before, you may realize this. They break very easily when you put pressure on them, so I always tape mine. It kind of holds the wrapper to the oil pastel a little bit better as I put pressure on them. It doesn't prevent them from breaking, but it does just hold them together a little bit longer so that you have less of this in your life. So this is a vintage set of oil pastels that I did not do this with, and like, see this piece here, you can't even really use it. So the tape kind of helps it to stay together a little bit better when it breaks, which it will do. So anyway, before you get started, I do want you to take a moment, and if you have used your oil pastels previously, I do want you to take a moment to clean them off, all right? Oil pastels are super sticky, so they pick up tons of other color. So for example, if you, hold on, let me put this back. If you look at this one right here, you'll notice, let's see if we can get it to focus. You'll notice that it has tons of other color that's close to this area right here. And even if it's on the side, it will get into your drawing because as you wear away the top, this, you know, wears down the sides, and this will end up on your drawing. All these different colors that you didn't mean to end up on your drawing, and then that's just really annoying because it's hard to get out. So before you get started, even if yours should be taped at this point, just kind of take your oil pastel and scribble it onto a spare piece of paper and really make sure you get the all around the outside, the top, okay? Try and wear away all of that extra color that's not supposed to be on this color before you get started, all right? So take a moment to do that, and then we can go ahead and dive in. So right now what I have here is what I call a base fade, all right? So this is one color that fades out to the white of the paper. So I took my red, cleaned it off, and pressed really hard, let up to medium pressure, lighter medium, lighter pressure, and then off. I always leave a space over here on little strip of white on the other side, gradually faded, so that I can add another color through from the opposite side if I wish. If you are blending two colors together, it's always good to start with the darker color as the base fade and add the lighter one in. I think it makes for a more solid fade. But really, if you have all of these different tones in oil pastel, so lights, mediums, and darks that go gradually, if you have this before you even add your other color in, it makes for a fade that goes gradually from light to dark or dark to light, just depending. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I am going to do this exact same thing that I did here over on this side. So I'm using my red, it's taped up, it's cleaned off, ready to go. And I am going to press really hard. And as I gradually go across my section here, I'm going to let up the pressure ever so slightly. Notice that you'll see more of the white of the paper showing through. As I go across even more, I'm going to let up to even lighter pressure, let up to even lighter pressure, let up to even lighter pressure. And I'm going to go ahead and start to let off. All right. Now at this point in time, I noticed as I was going across, I'm starting to hit my masking tape. The reason why we added it from bottom to top is I can start to peel this back as I gradually use my oil pastel. I can peel both the tape and the wrapper down gradually. So this one looks okay. It's not the best base fade I've ever done. Now before I move on, I'm going to go ahead and fix my edges, and I'm going to match the pressure. So if this were a shape within a drawing, I would want to do that for craftsmanship purposes. So I'm filling this in with medium pressure here, lighter, medium, light, off. I'm going to do that up here. I also might take a look at my base fade itself to see if I'm missing any of my tones. Okay, so as soon as I fix the edges here, I may go back over it one more time to fill in and match the pressure. I feel like in here I started to lose the edge of my piece, so I couldn't control my pressure as well. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the pressure, that medium light pressure in there, letting off to lightest pressure. And at this point I have a base fade that goes gradually from dark to light. It's ready to add a second color in if I so choose. And I can blend a whole lot of different colors in from the opposite side.